Well, I made my own app and published it to the Google Play Store. For years, I've been frustrated by Cam Scanner, and I've also been wanting to build apps to publish to the major app stores. The constant ads are extremely annoying in Cam Scanner. When I click on something, it shows a full screen ad. When I try to do something like sharing, for example, it still shows a full screen ad. On top of that, banner ads are literally everywhere, sometimes even large ones that cover essential UI and UX components. So, instead of paying for a premium subscription, I decided to build a document scanner myself that has all the core features for completely free, including sync. The idea behind this app, which I named SuperScan, is simple. Include all the cool features of a document scanner, including sync, for completely free. However, unlike other apps like Cam Scanner, I'm going to use a different approach when it comes to syncing. Instead of having my own servers, I'm going to use Google Drive instead. This would allow me to reduce costs as I don't need to pay for servers, and for users, they can easily decide whether they'll like to use sync or no. If they want to, they can use an account or a subscription that is already active, they already have, meaning they wouldn't need to buy another subscription. It's a win-win situation. Of course, I still need to make money, so I will have ads in the app. However, they would be non-intrusive ads, so no full screen, 30 seconds, non-skippable ads, just banner and inline ads that are clearly marked so users don't accidentally click on them. And ads must not cover or interfere with any UI actions. Finally, it's going to have some BYOK or bring your own key AI features that allow users to summarize, proofread, and chat with their scanned documents that are going to require donations via in-app purchases. Again, just like Google Drive Sync, it's a win-win situation. I don't have to pay for AI, and users can decide if they want to use their own API key or not. Thus, all the core essential features are completely free, but if the users would like to support my work, remove ads, and get access to AI features, they can donate. Right now, SuperScan is available on the Google Play Store, so go ahead and search up SuperScan PDF Scanner or use the link down below in the video description to find my app. On desktop, it is currently available on Windows and Mac OS, but do keep in mind that the Mac app is not yet notarized by Apple as it requires an annual $100 payment to the Apple developer program, and I can't afford it right now. So if it says that you can open the app, follow the instructions on my app's website. Now let me show you how it works. Okay, so welcome to the full demo of SuperScan. Assuming that you already have the app installed, all you gotta do now is to open it, and I already have a few scans, but essentially the main UI is going to be the same. To start a new scan, you can click on the floating button right here at the corner, and then we'll give you a scanning view where you can position your document. By default, it's set to auto capture, so it's gonna automatically detect the edges and take the picture for you. You can also set it to manual. As you can see, it just took the picture. Since this is the Google provided interface, it's gonna have a ton of features, including the ability to crop and rotate to your liking. And of course, you have things like rotate, no crop, automatic crop, etc. I just did this manually and I like this, so I'm gonna click on apply. And then after that, I can adjust the filters. So it could be the original color, automatic, or with an enhanced color, grayscale, black and white, no shadows, etc. I just prefer to keep it auto because it does a pretty good job. Let's click on apply. And here we can again go back crop and rotate section. We could delete it, or we could take a new picture in the place of this one. But when we're ready, we can click on next, and then it would be saved right there. It should load, and as you can see, it's already at the very top. To view it, we can click on it. If you want to add more pages, you can click on add. That's gonna take you to the same scanning screen. So let's scan a new one, and then let's crop and rotate, and then here we're gonna click on next, and then the new page should be applied. Now let's say that we still want to crop this. What we can do is to press on it, and then we're gonna click on crop and rotate. That's gonna take you to a different screen where we can crop and rotate to our liking once more. And once we're done with that, we can click on this plus button to save it. And if you want to reorder, you can long press on an image and then click on reorder. That's going to take you to a different screen where you can freely reorder the pages. I'm just going to exit out of it now because I don't want to do that. And you can also delete individual pages as well. So let's say that you want to rename the scan, because once you have a ton of them, having these names with the default names with the timestamp is not going to help. So you can click on this rename button. You can rename it to whatever you want. Let's just go with Telenor Q1 Report 2026 for this example. And that's going to be applied to the home screen as well. And alternatively, you can also rename from the home screen by long pressing on it and then click on rename. You also have the ability to delete, but let's not do it. and the deletion is also available inside the scan as well. And share, it's going to let you share it as a PDF or as images. And then once you click on one of them, it's going to take you to the default system sharing screen that your system has. And then once the sharing is done, it's going to say success. Click on close. And the magic eyes, these are the AI features. The first one is extract, and once you click on it, we're going to start extracting the text from the pages. Summarize, as the name suggests, is going to summarize the document by using OCR first to get the text and then prompting AI to summarize it for you, and it should generate the summary here. You can copy it, you can share it directly. You also have other features like proofread, which works in a similar way to summarize, but is for proofreading the document for any sort of grammatical mistakes, although the AI can be a bit sensitive. And finally, chat is where you chat with the document that you have taken. So let's say, what is this document about, and how good is Telenor in terms of its sales performance? Then click on send, and it gives you a little text. And right now I did not scan the financial highlights, so it can't really answer that, but depending on the context, it's going to be able to handle it quite well. Now, in order to use AI features, because I go with the BYOK or bring your own key principle, you're going to need to have an API key. So go into settings, then go into AI configuration, and you can put an API key here, but make sure to donate first. Right now I've already donated, so it says you've already donated and thank you for your support, and that's how I'm able to remove the ads as well. Now, to enable sync, all you gotta do is to go into settings, sign in with a Google account. That takes a few seconds, and after that, once it is signed in, it should automatically start syncing. Otherwise, you can click on this button on the top, and once it is loading, it's gonna slowly sync everything to the Google Cloud, and once it is finished, it's going to stop just like it did right now. And all new changes, including the deletion of individual pages, renaming, and also deletions of the entire scan, is going to be synced as well. And you also have a search function to easily search through your documents. And that is how you use SuperScan on mobile. The submission to the Google Play Store was smooth. I was able to create and verify both the Google Play Console account and the AdMob account within a few weeks. I had to provide loads of personal and app related information, so things like the privacy policy, terms of use, bank account information, etc. However, because my account was a personal account, I still had to go through a closed testing period of 14 continuous days with at least 12 testers. Thankfully, there are Reddit communities of fellow developers who helped me test my app for testing out their apps, and that process went smoothly as well, although I feel like this is a bit too much as a one-man project who owns a personal account. Once my app was ready for production, I finalized the code and updated my store, listing images and descriptions, and then I sent the app to Google for a final review, and a few days later the app was live. Now let's talk about privacy and the business model. Having a sustainable business model is essential for any sort of product. Now I'm not relying on this app to pay the bills, as this is my first app, but I still want to keep this app as a way to make some extra money. Obviously, I've implemented ads, but I've learned from other apps about how annoying the ads are as a regular user, so I try to make sure that even with ads, it does not destroy the user experience. I have a banner ad at the bottom that is clear to the user that it's an ad. One banner ad wouldn't be enough for income, so every 3 scan, I insert one inline ad as well. Again, the inline ads are clearly marked to make sure that you don't click on it accidentally. BYOK AI features require donations as they are non-essential and some might not be interested. Sync is free as it uses Google Drive and I don't have to pay for any of my own servers. Users can support me with monthly donations via in-app purchases or buying the lifetime plan. I also focus on privacy. All of the processing, including OCR, are done locally. Scans are also stored locally unless you turn on sync, in which it will go straight to Google servers, not passing any of my own. When using AI, I, of course, add my prompts, which are stored locally in the app's code, and the final AI prompt is sent straight to OpenAI. All of the features that require data to be passed to third parties are 100% optional, and you can decide whether you want to use it or not. Right now, I'm promoting the app on my YouTube channel, but I plan to promote SuperScan on Reddit communities that allow promotions once in a while. And guys, if you can download my app and use it, I'll really appreciate your feedback and opinions about SuperScan. Make sure to leave a review, whether it's on this video, in the comment section, or the feedback section of my Play Store listing. Alright, thank you so much for watching and see you in another video.